My college friend wouldn't talk about his constant sleepovers until I stopped them. Now we're both questioning everything about us. It's kind of weird how things unfolded with Tom, the guy with the perfect jokes at the parties. His laugh. You could hear it ripple above any song, pulling people in like moths to a flame. Everyone loved him, including me. And maybe that's where the story gets a little complicated, you see. Our friendship was like slipping into that worn-out hoodie, frazzled at the edges but impossibly comforting. We shared these unspoken connections, moments filled with an understanding that didn't need words, yet beneath all that ease was something more, something that crept in during those long nights after the laughter had faded away. When he'd linger slumped on the couch, too tired to drive home, as he claimed, the air seemed to thicken, the words heavy between us, almost tangible, and I'd nod, feeling an unspoken agreement settling over us. Those nights always felt both normal and not, an awkward dance of shifting boundaries where he'd linger longer than expected. With everyone else gone, the silence in the living room would stretch thin until he'd give the inevitable, "Mind if I crash?" And I'd shrug casually, but inside, something would pulse with a different rhythm, as if we both knew there was more, but neither. Wanting to disrupt the fragile picture we painted as just two guys spending time, each night would end in the same quiet way, as morning light found its way through the blinds, illuminating the weightless sleep, and there we'd be, tangled and disoriented. His presence was solid beside me in the bed, a place that used to cradle only my solitude. It was peculiar how it never felt intrusive, until slowly, insidiously it did. I guess somewhere along the way, the line we swore we'd never dare step over blurred into obscurity. I wasn't sure when it happened exactly, when those silent early morning departures began to leave a mark like an indentation on a pillow. Where comfort had shifted into something unsettling, my room, my sanctuary, somewhere along the way, felt like a shared space, his laughter still echoing in the corners long after the parties ended. I pretended it was nothing, yet each time he left, I felt like pieces of me were being shuffled around. Something was changing, and I wasn't ready to face what that meant for us, but deep down, I knew I couldn't keep treading this line without eventually tripping. The realization hit me as heavily as those lingering words he left behind. Maybe it was time to finally say the things that hung unspoken like shadows cast in the pale morning light. But was I ready to risk this worn-out comfort with clarity?